Why is losing weight so hard? Just be consistent. Thanks. That helps so much.
One day later.
What's wrong with you? All the food noise is just so loud today. I just can't quit thinking about food. Just be more mindful. You know, thanks. Thank you so much. No problem.
A few moments later.
You aren't hungry, you aren't hungry, you aren't hungry, you aren't hungry. You know what? You really just need to be more disciplined. That's it. You know, that's so helpful. That fixed everything for me right now. Thanks. What's going on, friend? Welcome back to the channel. If you're newer around here, my name is Jared Hamilton, and in today's video, I'm gonna give you the answers to the questions you've been looking for. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of the answers that you probably hear in the world of weight loss just aren't very helpful. Just like in those skits, someone telling you to be more consistent or be more mindful or be more disciplined. Isn't that helpful, is it? I don't know about you, but whenever I hear someone tell someone else, oh, just be more consistent or just be more disciplined or just be more mindful, I'm like, well, no shit. They're not dumb, they know that. And I'm sure if you're listening to this, you know you need to be more consistent. You know you need to be disciplined, and you know you need to be mindful in these kind of things. But if you're struggling, I'm sure what you would rather hear is the how to be mindful, how to be consistent, and how to be disciplined. So that's what I'm gonna show you right here. Whenever I have a client come to me and they're struggling with being consistent, there are two changes that almost always fix the problem. Number one, we scale the plan back, as in do less stuff. And number two, we only do things that are 100% sustainable. You see, if you can't be consistent, it's not that there's anything wrong with you, it's that you're doing too many things or your plan is too fancy. Things like working out 5 days a week and tracking all the macros and following a supplement protocol and having this huge morning routine and having this 18-step to-do list every day and drinking a gallon of water and doing cardio. It's too much. Just scale it back to 1 or 2 habits. That's it. Then you need to live by the adage of, if I can't do it for the next 10 years, I won't do it for the next 10 days. Because now your plan is sustainable. Make just those 2 adjustments and you'll have no issues being consistent. Moving on, here's how to be more disciplined. Now, whenever I'm working with a client who has issues being disciplined, I take a similar approach as consistency, but I tweak it a little bit. First things first, I always scale the plan back to something that has less moving parts. Because building the muscles of discipline is just like building actual muscles. If they're weak, we need to scale back and get them stronger. So if you can't be disciplined in something bigger like your nutrition or fitness, then we need to start with a smaller habit. This could be something like making your bed every day or journaling every day or starting to go on walks. Then once you get disciplined with easier habits, then we can move on to harder or bigger habits. It's also why I'm a big fan of creating what I call non-negotiables, just like brushing your teeth. It's gonna always help keep those discipline muscles strong. This could be something like always journaling before bed, just like you always brush your teeth before bed, or always getting X many steps per day, or every time you eat having protein in that meal. Again, it has to be sustainable for you and your life, but having non-negotiables like this really help a lot. And number 3, here's how to be mindful. Now, mindfulness can actually be a hard one because most people are always distracted. To be honest, it's one of the biggest reasons why I have my clients doing inner work like holding space for their emotions, journaling, and questioning their thoughts. This way, there's less mental noise going around, so you can actually be more mindful. So here are some things you can start on right now to help kickstart this. One of the best things you can do is start journaling or meditating every single day. Because I'll be honest, if you have a hard time being mindful, it tells me you have a hard time sitting with yourself in being with what's here right now, like your emotions or like icky feelings or anything like that. The second thing you'll want to do is get really good at pausing and not instantly reacting to every single thing that may come up or trigger you. So for example, if something happens and you feel the urge to run to the pantry, pause. Always remember, there's lots of power in pausing. When you pause, you're sitting here with what is, you have time to think about things, you have time to reflect on your actions and your thoughts and what's coming up, and then it also allows you the space to be mindful and even tap into wisdom and your intuition on what you should be doing. But if you're super reactive to every single thing that can come up, there's no room to be mindful. So to get a little bit more tactical, next time something comes up or you're triggered, I want you to ask yourself what you feel, even maybe where you feel it in your body, and then breathe through it. But then once those big emotions calm down and you're grounded, now you can make decisions and act on anything if needed. And then the third big thing with mindfulness is just breathing. Too often when we get triggered or we get in our normal daily life and we're distracted, we actually forget to breathe. Like, yeah, obviously you breathe to not die, but you don't actually breathe from your belly, you breathe from your chest, your breathing gets shallow, and then if you're really triggered, you may even hold your breath. But the problem is our breath regulates so many pieces of our nervous system. So if you struggle with being mindful, I bet you struggle actually breathing, like taking big, deep belly breaths, taking them slow, big, deep, slow breaths, breathing through your nose and things like that. Because when you get your breath under control and do frequent breath work, you'll notice you'll get out of fight or flight, you'll be grounded, and you'll be reminded to be where your feet are. And there you have it. There are the answers that you are looking for with how to be consistent, how to be disciplined, and how to be mindful. Because if you do those things, fat loss will become so much easier and so much more sustainable, but now you actually have the tactics and the action plan in order how to do those things. As always, I'm here if you need anything. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, be sure and do so. I love you, and I will talk to you next time.